Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Haze Reverb video. Yes, I've picked a handful of games that I've been playing for quite some time on the side to do some videos on at the end of the year since things slow down. And one of them is Haze Reverb, and you're probably asking yourself why. Well, it came out in early November, so it's been almost 2 months since it's been out. And the game was a bit misleading when it first came out. It was touting these characters, girls, with this gigantification effect. So they were supposed to be huge. And as we see with the gameplay, they are quite small in at least battle, except for when you fight some of the bosses. But let's dig into what this game is about. First off, it is a turn-based tactical game. So if you like a lot of strategy, this may be a game you really might want to try out. When you go in, they have a story mode, they have resource farming, and what you're going to see is your 3 objective requirements for most things, and it can be a multitude of things. Usually one of those requirements is no more than 2 of your characters die, or as you get farther into the story in chapter 8, it's only 1 character can die on the field to get a perfect score, which can be very difficult. But the game itself, what is interesting and takes a lot of thought when you are playing it, is you are going to be slotted in most cases with 9 different characters spots on the field, and you can place them anywhere along there. The order you place them in will actually be how they will trigger, so it's important to be mindful of who and how they're triggering and when. So if you're looking for buffs, supporters first, and you got to make sure they're buffing the right character in the right area. So yeah, there's a lot to think about with this game, as well as what is on the opponent's side. What are they running? What are those characters going to be doing? How are you going to be able to counter those? There's a lot of thought that goes into this game when you're playing it, and playing on auto is really not optimal, especially in the more difficult stages. It's one thing once you clear resource areas, you can sweep a lot of those, but what we're going to do is when you go in, you're going to see basically that it's going to be turn-based. So that was my character that was set for 1. And now it's just going to go back and forth, basically. And with the goal of you can defeat the other team, and hopefully you're going to be able to defeat them to get all 3 requirements. So you can have a full clear and move on, because you can sweep once you do that. But it is surprisingly not only difficult at times, but the characters themselves, you are not reliant on having to have all, SSRs, so to speak. The SRs and rares can be some of the best characters, especially marrying on the modes of the game that you're playing in. So it really is, if you're looking for a game that's going to take some thought and you want to be able to spend some tactical time with it, this might be a game you may be interested in because of that. Now, going back out to your main screen, let's go ahead and go through some of the different areas. You have a commander's office in there. This is going to be your idle area where you're going to be able to claim rewards. In the expedition missions, you're going to be able to dispatch to get resources that you need. In addition to that, they throw in a few little things in here to try to keep people interested in the maintenance pool area. It's a little game area that you do, and they have little mini games as you're cleaning the girls that have had the gigantification done to them. And when you go through here, you can pick different games that you can get, like this one. You just click on it to try to get in the green bars, and you're trying to, I guess, clean the crab off. I'm not a big mini game person, so got a score of a B. Some of these things are not the things that keep this game interesting, but again, It's there, so I'm pointing it out. Your driver section is the actual characters that you have. And when you open them up, you're going to see a breakdown, of course, your attributes, skill, gear, and core. And of course, you can upgrade them. In your skill page, you're going to be able to see what they do, the skill range. Like I said, this is very technical. Your target range, as well as a breakdown of your skills and where they are currently at. They do have specialized gear for your characters, and I'll show you that where you can pull for it. And the core area that you can farm to increase the stats of your particular character. On top of that, they do have Infinity, where you can add stats to your character based on what you give your character. As you can see, the different types here. There's a cat, a bottle of soda, etc., etc. And of course, they have different skins. It does play on that one. So for this particular one, there's 2 of them. But the characters themselves and the designs are nice. They're very clean, as you can see here. And yeah, some are a little bit more racy than others. But we can just kind of go through here so you can see some of the different characters themselves. Yeah, it is such the thing now to have your skins and scantily clad women, so to speak, in games these days. And yeah, but like I said, I'm not pushing or touting this game due to what you're seeing now. It's more the fact of the tactical side of it. Your backpack is basically where all your different items in gear and core gear modules and core parts are kept. You have a database area where you are going to be able to get rewards back as you clear them. Of course, you have a nice little shop as always, and of course you have a skin shop. And yeah, so you can purchase, thank you Azur Lane for starting all that, skins that you like and consider if you are playing the game and you want to go that route of collecting. Under supply is where you are going to be pulling. Right now you can see there's a step up summons. They do that with most limited banner releases as well as the banner itself. They also will keep one that will your last featured one, and then they rotate out after that. You have this New Year's Wishes 2025. And of course, this is probably one of the nicest ones. They have a customized requisition, so you can pick 4 characters that you're looking to put on your team and pull on that banner. You also have your gears, as I was speaking, and you do have featured banners for the specific gears for specific characters. So these first 2 are actually for characters in the banner right now. And then of course they have a general one to hopefully pull for characters that aren't featured that you just get. They right now also have this New Year's Christmas banner, the Annihilator, going on right now. And going into your main play area of the game is under operation. And when you go in there, you're going to see you have your main story. Right now I'm working on chapter 8. That's what was released at the time that the game came out. They have released 2 subsequent chapters since then. You also have your resource area where you're going to be able to farm your resources. You're going to have a tactical tutorial area that you'll finish fairly quickly to get yourself some cubes. And of course they have a tower mode in this game that I haven't really focused much on. I've been really focusing on the story with the time I am able to play. In your drill area, you also have an arena area. So there is PvP in this game, and you are going 9-on-9. And you have attack records, defense records. You can set up different teams. And they even have an auto battle form if you don't have the time and just want to get through your 15 tries a day. You can hit that. It will run it for you, which is a nice quality of life. Like I spoke about before, they do have sweep functionality when you 3-star anything, any level that you do. In addition to all that, as you would expect, you have a battle pass, like most games do, and your event area where you're going to have all your featured stuff. Right now, you currently have a 300 draws gift, New Year's wishes 2025, as usual, giving out stuff because of the holidays. You have your newbie missions that you'll be doing if you're a new player. Moon Abyss is a separate event that's been going around. Supply Agreement Fund, it just goes on. We right now have a Christmas event also, as well as a few other things here. So there is plenty to do in this game. There is no lack of content if you're looking for something that is going to be able to take some time and spend time when you are playing it, knowing you're not going to run out. But I really just did want to do a quick feature on this game because I do think if you are tactical minded when it comes to your games and like that, especially in a turn-based setting, because you have the 3 rows, you have up to 9 of the drivers that you're going to be able to use. So you're going to be, utilizing tanks and attackers and support, as well as a whole host of skill sets that do, if you can think of it, they probably have a skill set out there that you're going to be able to find something that does something similar to what you like and how you like to build your game. But one of the things I can say is playing this game, a helpful tip is when you are playing it, pay attention. Even though this game has auto mode, the easiest way to figure out the opponent, especially in chapter mode and any other mode, is to watch how it's progressing and bounce yourself out and reset up your team based on what you've seen, so you can go ahead and 3-star it. It's much easier that way, and it does require, like I said, this game, ironically, paying attention, which is for some people something they look forward to actually being somewhat engulfed in a game, because it does require some thought and some time to figure out the puzzle of the opponent team that you're playing with what you have available to you. And if you just can't do it, then you go in and you farm your resources until you can level up the characters that you need, or pull a character that you need, and come back around and do it. Or like a lot of people will do, they'll just push through and come back around. But if you are playing free to play or light spender and you want to conserve your stamina, the best thing to do is to pay attention and get yourself out before it ends, reset your team up and go again. But yeah, I gotta say, somewhat impressed with this game, Haze Reverb. Push to the side the skins and the scantily clad characters in the game. The game itself has a lot going for it if you enjoy that type of turn-based tactical game. So something to think about if you're looking for something to play these days while things are slow. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.